We're doing the thing! We're doing the thing! Hello, how is everybody? Hello. Hello, Articane. Articane, I think that's how you say your name. Sorry, my bad. Hello, how are you? Sorry, my music is a tad loud. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. There we go. We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. We had, like, a ton of tech issues right before this, and so we might run into a little bit of that. It's fine. We are currently having quite a bit of tech issues right now. So, one, the characters that I'm doing lore with, you're not gonna be able to see their correct skins. We tried to fix it, we couldn't, so we're just gonna ignore it. So there's that. That's a thing. Second one, LOL, it's okay. No worries. It's gonna be good. Today's lore is really, really good. I'm so excited for today. But yes, it's gonna be really good. We're all running on like half a brain cell collectively. It's great. Also for today's lore, we do have a couple of trigger warnings. Let's see if I remember them. They're gonna be on the screen as well. They're just not on this screen because I forgot to put them on this part, but there's gonna be violent, like possible, a small bit of violence. There's going to be panic, mentions of death, threatening, and I think it was just those four. So like, violence, mentions of death, possible panic, or no, definite panic, and threatening. So there's that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this one. If like any of those trigger warnings are too much for you, it is okay. Take a break. You can like step back, and you can always watch the VOD later or ask for a recap in the Discord or whatever. Your mental health is so much more important than a Minecraft stream. But water first, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's go. All right. Okay, so I finished the book for Aether on like the dragon and stuff, and so I'm gonna go ahead and go give that to them. Oh, hello.
Hmm?
Hey, hey, Ambrish. What are you doing?
Just training a little bit.
All right. I'm heading out to town.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I'm delivering a book on the Ender Dragon to somebody. They asked for it. I don't know if you've met them. Aether? Have you met them yet?
I don't think I have.
Well, they were the one who kind of like reminded me that the strongholds existed and stuff. And I actually, when I met them, I was in the portal that we came through. But do you want to come with?
Yeah, sure. Let me grab my armor real quick.
Alrighty. Oh wait, there's lagging on stream. Lagging on stream. I'm gonna cry. It's fine. I don't know how to fix that.
We are just having a lot of technical difficulties at the moment.
We really
the
are.
Server, the skins, it's not going well, chat. So
difficulties. It is not funny.
Yeah.
Right. Bye,
I'm
chat.
sorry,
Bye,
chat.
I'm sorry.
Go away.
Alrighty. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. I'm sorry. I hope it gets better. I don't know what to say, but yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Are you doing okay?
After. Yeah. I'm fine.
Alright.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Just check in.
Okay.
So, town, right?
Yeah, I told them, or they wanted to meet at the fountain.
Alright.
Oh, there we go.
I'm in a tree.
Okay, there we go. Hey there. I have the book. I have the book for you.
You have the book. Oh,
Mhm.
that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You have the book.
Yeah.
Interesting.
keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. I'm sorry, the technical difficulties have taken my brain out of lore mode because we definitely were trying to get this to work for like half an hour and it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright.
I
Okay.
can't bunk me, but.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
don't
Don't
push me
punk
into
me.
another universe. No! It took me like half an hour to log on to the server.
Oh my god. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, thank you, Vanessa, for the posture check. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Ignoring the tech issues.
Also ignoring that this is definitely an Ender Dragon notebook full.
It wouldn't work. We're just gonna ignore it. Okay. Ember's looks way different right now. Oh, no, the skins. There's a little warning on underneath the trigger warnings, but we have so many tech issues today. So their skins don't look correct. These are not their skins.
I am
We're gonna
Embers
ignore
is
it.
the one that is jumping.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore the tech issues.
We're
It's
ignoring
fine.
the skins. We're ignoring the weird player owner thing. The server just imploded and
It
Sal
really
is
did.
not responding. And
We're also we're way too impatient to do this for some other time.
No, because we
Okay.
literally can't do it any other time. Okay, anyway, continuing on. Okay. Yeah, that's the... Oh, this is Embers, by the way. They're the person I told you about that we came through the server with.
it's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
No tying in BC. My bones. Alright.
Okay.
Be kind of funny.
Okay, continuing on.
Likewise.
But yeah, this is my teacher. They came through the portal just before me.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you're from the end as well?
Yeah, I am.
That's interesting, I guess. I've never.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's not. Most people you meet are the Voidwalkers. You don't really seem like the Voidwalker type.
How do you know the
No.
Voidwalkers?
I've spoken to them before. You know,
You've
they're
spoken to
kind
them?
of- yeah. Did I not mention it?
You know her.
Jeez. Did I not mention that last time?
Well, I knew you, but I didn't know you, actually talked, their language to them.
Right.
How do you know our language?
When I was much younger, a child really, I would speak to them, and after a while, I started to learn. It's mostly how you learn languages, repetition.
Yeah,
exposure.
that makes sense.
You're not. Why you don't seem to like that I know the language. I mean, Azur just seems confused, but you
I
are different.
not the fondest of it.
Why
Um,
not?
yeah.
Can I ask?
I've recently found out some things about things that have happened to my friends and my family and my people and people like me. And I'm not too entertained by the idea of others knowing our language and knowing, and I'm sure.
I really only know the wow.
Spoken language?
Yeah, I really only know the spoken language. I mean, I used to take the books from the Voidwalkers as a joke and try to read it, but I never really understood N that much. I just know how to talk it.
Hmm.
But
Right.
anyway,
Yeah, I hope the book helps on what you're trying to kind of figure out. I made like one of those wingspan things and compared it to like an elytra, and then I
yeah,
gave a little bit of like backstory on like the island, and I drew a really bad drawing of a end crystal and like a map of the main island and stuff for you.
Yeah, but
if there's anything else,
it's concerning how big the dragon is. It just makes me nervous, you know?
Well,
there's no reason for it to make you nervous, is there?
Not in theory, no, but at the same time, knowing there's something that big out there makes me nervous.
Well, that's not something you'd have to worry about, though. It stays in the end. It protects the end.
Why would an N need protection?
Well,
places like the overworld?
Yeah.
No dying in BC, I know.
I was about to say it.
Called it.
Places like the overworld? Apparently, our people aren't taken kindly to.
You know the strongholds you told me about?
I mean, yeah, but
they aren't quite what you described.
You know about... Hold on, you know about the strongholds?
Yeah, I've spoken to Voidwalkers who've mentioned them before.
Not many Voidwalkers even know about strongholds. They're nothing more than myths to us. I didn't think they were real until I went to one. And even then I wasn't sure.
Well, they probably just thought it was myths as well. I mean, they told me stories, and I guess it was just a story. I know some of the end stories that you were told, most likely. I mean, I asked to be entertained, and they entertained me. They probably just told me the myth about the end stronghold.
I don't think they would be telling you about it if it was for entertainment.
Why not?
The strongholds were prisons and they tortured citizens and Voidwalkers.
What? No, that's not what I only knew that they were the gateways. I didn't...
We went to them.
Torture chamber?
No, gateways are different than the strongholds.
Yes, but from what I've been told, gateways are often found in strongholds, and that's why I don't like the fact that that one is not without a stronghold.
I'm glad it's not in a stronghold, because then we would have come out in a very different, awful place.
That's... I don't know what to say. I don't like this. It's just wrong. It shouldn't...
Believe me, I don't like this either.
Yes,
we're not supposed to be here. You seem to know that. I know that.
I am fully aware you're not meant to be here. None of your kind are meant to be here, besides the Voidwalkers, because they're like the traitors and such. You're not a traitor, I can tell.
I'm not a traitor in either of its meanings. Are you?
I what? Exactly.
A traitor.
In what meaning? Because there's a lot of ways that word could be spoken.
I'm aware.
If you're talking in the traditional sense, I don't often deal with trades. I mean, I have a trade, which is my role as a performer, a jester, one may say, but I'm certainly not a traitor.
No, you're not. You're more of a warrior, aren't you?
I don't know what you mean by that.
No?
Not necessarily, no.
Your stance, the way you're guarded, backing up from what you seem to perceive as dangerous or hostile, yet not far enough away that you can't pull a sword if you need to. Your clothes, the belts, all of it, tied to keep it close to your body, comfortable but practical if it's necessary. I bet if I put any weapon in your hand, you'd know how to use it.
Not by will.
Not that you will, no. You won't, actually.
What makes you say that?
If you have common sense. See, I don't trust you.
You don't trust me.
If that hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, I don't trust you.
No, it's been made
'Cause
clear.
I don't like the idea, though, of an overworlder or a netherling knowing about strongholds, having talked to the Voidwalkers about them, knowing our language, wanting to know about how to get to the end, and wanting to know about how the portals are formed and opened and closed.
Just
Even something as simple as even something simple as meeting by a fountain. A threat near us at all times.
I don't understand the threat part. It's simply a central location of the village.
Water burns us.
Oh. I guess I never really, I mean, considering where I was born, water wasn't exactly on hand, so I guess I wouldn't have known from the Voidwalkers who I've spoken to.
Mm-hmm.
What's your theory? Anyway, what's your theory on why that is there? I mean, I don't really know why it is, and I don't exactly like that it is, but if I could get rid of it, remove it, I would.
But
You can try. You can try. Go down there, try. Try and break it. Try and move it.
After you.
Alright. I'll help you try and break it. It won't work. Unlike the Nether, our portals are indestructible.
Nothing's ever truly indestructible. There's always
Maybe
a way
not.
to wear down over time. Time is a fickle thing. It comes and it goes, and it's different between each and every one of the realms. So is distance, but that's a different concept that we're not going to speak about.
You can try and break it. You can try and shatter it. It won't break. No matter how long you stand here and try.
Similar
This
to
portal
Bedrock, isn't it?
because
Bedrock. I mean, from what I've heard, you probably don't exactly know what that is, but it's an indestructible block you find if you go deep enough. Or, well, in the overworld if you go deep enough. But if you're in the Nether, if you go high enough or deep enough, then you'll find Bedrock there as well. In theory, it's unbreakable, but there have been people who have come close to wearing it down too much. So, if this portal works similarly to how I believe Bedrock behaves, then it might be able to be mostly rendered incapable of use.
possibly.
I mean,
think
it's only a theory, but theories can go a long way if you put enough effort into them.
that they can.
Or I could be disastrously wrong and wallow in self-pity for a while, but then I just find a new theory to test.
Testing theories?
Of course. Something I enjoy doing.
Do they typically involve the end?
Not as of late. If anything, it's only recent. Because
Hmm.
this is relatively recent before it's mostly to do between the overworld and the nether. Why are you angry with me? I understand that you don't trust me, and I understand to an extent about what you've told me about the strongholds, but I haven't done anything.
Call it a hunch, call it a feeling, call it paranoia, whatever you want to. I'm not letting my friends get hurt.
I don't intend on hurting anyone.
Good.
I'm not a
Keep it
fighter.
that way.
I don't want to hurt
You,
anyone.
you are a fighter. That you can't deny.
I'm not a
Wit.
fighter.
You're even something like your wit. You're confident enough in the words you say because you know that if someone tried to challenge you on it, that you would be able to pull a sword and beat them. Most likely. It's the way you hold yourself, the way you stand with pride and power. Every movement you make, every swing of a sword or a pick, has something behind it that says you've been trained to do that. And
Not with my own will.
sometimes, those who are fighters because they are willing to. Warriors, willing to learn, to train, want to. Like me, myself. I grew up wanting to be a warrior, wanting to be a fighter, to take after my parents, to protect my friends. Some people, like I'm assuming you, had to be. They deny what they are. Because they had to be to survive.
I deny it because it's not who I want to be.
Doesn't matter what you want.
Sometimes
Doesn't change
it
what you were. And when
does.
something
It
like
was not
what
who I
you were, it might not be who you currently are, but when something what you once were is as strong as that and carves your every instinct and move, it kind of becomes hard to ignore it.
I think I've done a pretty good job at ignoring it.
Maybe.
I don't let it dictate my life like apparently you do. You seem to get every aspect of yourself based on the fact that you're a fighter. Unlike me, which I try to, for better phrase, bury it 6 feet under. I don't enjoy my past as a person who has fought, and I try to move past it.
How many things have you buried 6 feet under, though?
Not that I've kept count, but more than I would have liked to have to.
See, I don't let being a fighter dictate who I am and what I do. I chose to be one. It just is who I am. It's not controlling me. It's just who I am.
Me, and I don't exactly like being in confined spaces longer than I have to, which I think is a sentiment we can
and
share.
if you'd like, we can go up.
I think we will then.
All right.
You're different from the Voidwalkers I've met.
I'm not a Voidwalker.
That's fully aware, and that's why I don't exactly like you being here in the first place. The Voidwalkers, in a sense. Sorry, I guess I'm moving too fast for you.
I'm just slow on ladders.
Java.
Stupid
Don't
Java.
bop me. Don't want them
Java.
to leave. We don't want Mage to leave. Don't bop them. Bop me. If
Java.
Okay, keep going.
I'm
Sorry
not
if I was moving too quickly. I mean, you do seem injured, but alas. But what I was saying about the Void Walkers is that you're obviously not meant to be here. You are different, and the Void Walkers have adapted to, well, traveling between realms, and you obviously have not. I mean, you're
Well,
injured,
forgive me
obviously,
for-
so something must have happened in the transition between here and there.
My injury was not caused by the overworld.
I didn't say it was. I just said something must have happened between you coming from the end to here.
It was my fault. It wasn't anybody else's. I was
How exactly was it your fault then, Azur?
I was in the way and I wasn't paying attention and I was in the path of the dragon and I knew I shouldn't have been, and they saw me and pushed me out of the way but got knocked into the portal and I followed them. So it
I guess
was
your teacher should have enforced more strict guidelines with you then. If you weren't paying attention, then maybe they should have taught you better.
no, it was just because of the place we were at.
If that's trying to be a jab at me, you're not very good at it.
Well, apparently I
They call me
didn't guess
teacher.
it.
They do call me a teacher. I'm not officially one. It's
I
not
guess I
my
didn't guess
to
that you were their teacher. I guess I didn't realize you were their teacher, but that's a lapse of judgment on my part. Or observation. You don't exactly seem like a person who would deal with screaming children.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're too hard and you seem strict, and I don't think putting you in a room with children would be a smart idea.
They're an amazing teacher.
Apologies, then. I wasn't aware of your opinions of them as a teacher. But, alas, I guess my judgment, take it as you wish. You don't like me, so you could just throw my words aside and pretend that they never got spoken.
I could. Or I could watch out for the people that I believe would try and hurt my friends and I.
I don't...
See,
You keep implying that I want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt anyone.
But you do, don't you?
How? How have I hurt people? I haven't hurt anyone here.
Maybe not here, but if you deny that you were once a soldier, a fighter, you just said when we were down there that you've put more people in the ground than you care to admit. You do hurt people. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not, you do.
Not on purpose.
Does that matter? When I'm trying to protect the people I care about, does that matter to me, whether it's on purpose or not?
I
No.
would assume it would. But I guess I was wrong then. Faith, trust, care. I don't understand why people care. I don't understand why Icarus cares, but that's a different story.
Icarus is too caring.
I guess that's something we can agree on. Icarus is also way too trusting. I mean, it found you two in a fucking cave. And just decided, ooh, I like these people. They're gonna stay with me and I'm gonna be friends with them.
That was not my
fair.
choice.
And yet you went along with it. You could have said, no, get away, child.
I could have.
You let them care about you, which is something I don't understand. I don't understand why I let Icarus care about me sometimes.
I also didn't understand what was going on. because I was injured in a realm that I'd never heard of. And there was someone who was trying to help, seemingly. I did not expect for me to care about them. I did not expect for them to care about me past showing me the way out of the cave.
Yet you allowed them to care about you, and continuously did.
Well, at first it was more of I didn't want to be rude to the person who had just shown me and explained to me how the world works, because I don't try and be rude all of the time.
And yet you seem to be very rude to me for no apparent reason.
I don't trust you, and that's enough of a reason to me.
I don't trust you either. To be quite honest, I don't trust anyone, besides a very select group of people. Icarus is barely on the edge of that.
That's impressive.
What's impressive about it?
A secluded
the way it's-
person, an old fighter, actually allowing someone to trust them, care for them.
I mean,
the
I've fallen
point
out
they
of contact
might-
with one of them, and the other one just happens to be my parents. And the others, well, one of them is dead, but it was just a casualty of a fight.
Aren't they all?
Everything is at this point. There's nothing much we can do about it.
I guess. Except keep away those that we believe, or do it again.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Is there... What are your thoughts on trust? You've been quiet this entire time, and I want to hear you speak.
I think trust is given until it's not. I trust you until you prove me I can't trust you.
And that, little one, is how trust is so easily manipulated. You say trust is given until it's not. I say trust is earned through hardships and tasks. Because if I were to trust everyone I came across, I would be dead 7 times over now.
But that's
It's my mistrust that's kept me alive.
lonely. Then you won't make any friends. You won't meet anybody. If I didn't trust Icarus, I wouldn't have made a friend here, or Rai, or even when Embers became my teacher, like, I would have been alone, and I wouldn't have anybody that I have now.
Embers is your teacher. That's a different thing.
And I
Yours-
trust them with my life.
Way too much to put in the hands of a single person.
Is it?
The only person I trust with my own life is myself. Nobody else. And you should too, because trusting someone else with your life is what gets you killed. It's what got others killed.
I haven't died yet.
Never mind. Just keep talking. Explain yourself. I want to hear what you think.
I don't know. I guess I can understand why you don't trust them, Embers, after the stronghold stuff and just finding...
Sorry, what? You say it was a torture chamber. What exactly did you find in the stronghold that showed that it was a torture chamber?
We found...
Bombs, blood, notes saying they hurt us, help us, protector please save us, notes to their
The
loved
Protectors of
ones.
the Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There was one cell that had a book writing to a loved one or something, and there was another one from the Overworlders talking about how they had a kid who was calling out for his brother, and they put him underwater for
Because
who
they
knows
wanted
how
to-
long.
Because they wanted him to teach them the language.
There was...
Well, I'm not like that. I didn't necessarily ask to be taught the language. It just happened.
Maybe. Maybe not.
What do you think I did to learn the language? I've explained to you that
I
I've
know.
learned it through repetition.
I know you're... I am aware of what you've explained. And I'm also aware that the story is going to stay the same. That doesn't mean that I believe it. Maybe I do believe it, maybe I don't, maybe I don't want to, maybe subconsciously I'm searching for someone to blame. It's always possible. But I don't care. Because I'm not going to let my friends get hurt again.
And who has gotten hurt? As far as I'm aware, Azur is the only person you know here, besides those who are from the overworld originally, and they haven't gotten hurt.
I knew some of those people that were in the stronghold.
Really?
You did?
Yes.
Who?
They were my friends.
What? Who? Embers.
You're with us. And I would like to find out the people who did this. So if I have anything or anyone, if I know anything about someone with a keen interest in the strongholds, in the end, in the portals, I'm going to look for them. And I'm going to figure out why. And until I can confirm that what you say is absolutely, positively true, I am not going to trust you. Because I'm not going to...
you won't trust me for a very long time, because the only people who can, I guess... Fuck, I'm looking for a word. I guess the only people who can verify what I've said is true are either my parents or the person I've lost contact with, and my parents are quite far deep in the nether. And I don't exactly think that's somewhere you can go.
I most likely can. I haven't before, so I don't know.
Would you like to test it?
Is that a threat?
A genuine question, but if you want to interpret it as a threat, you may.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Yes.
you've threatened me before within this
I
conversation.
have. You are correct. That's why I can't really blame you for doing it back. See, you see trust as something to be earned through work and hardships. You see it as something that is given. I see trust as mutual. I can't trust you without you trusting me. You can't trust me without me trusting you. It's the same as respect. If you respect me,
Is earned. Respect is
respect
earned.
and trust are earned. They're mutual things. You can't have
What I was taught.
one person respecting another without that person respecting them isn't respect, it's obedience.
It's not obedience. It was never obedience. It's just the way we were taught. Respect is earned, and those in charge earned it.
That's not respect, that's power. So that you all obey them. Did anyone in charge ever treat you kindly?
To be fair, nobody ever treated me kindly until I left, so I wouldn't exactly be the best person to ask.
No one treated you kindly?
It's my parents, but it was their job to
Did you
treat me
still
like-
respect them? Did you listen to what they say, do what they asked of you?
I didn't necessarily have an option.
That's called obedience, honey. That's not respect.
Not obedience. It was never obedience, it was respect. Everyone respected those in charge, and that's what it was meant to be.
Keep telling yourself that.
Do you even respect anyone other than yourself?
I do respect people other than myself. Like Azure.
Like you.
Them. The old friends of mine who...
Why do you respect them if, from what I've heard, they're the reason you're in this world in the first place?
I respect them because I grew up with them. good friends with their brother for a while before he passed away.
And how did he pass away exactly?
He was caught by the dragon.
Then it's not really
Something-
a protector, then is it? If it's meant to protect you, then why did it hit him?
He made a mistake or something. The Voidwalkers didn't really tell me
Like you,
much.
then.
They just...
You made the same mistake. And I would assume if your mentor, teacher, professor, one might say, wasn't as lucky as they were, then they might have died as well.
Possibly. That's a possibility. Hell, my whole ribcage was almost shattered by the dragon.
That seems like a
You
you
could-
problem, exactly. Doesn't seem something that I should be involved in. Hell, should be something anyone's involved in.
Can you repeat that for me?
That seems like a you problem. It's not something I should be involved in, or anyone else should be involved in.
Well, it's more of just generally saying. I guess it's a way of saying don't fuck with the end?
I don't intend on fucking with the end, in your words. I don't want to go to the end. I just... Oh, I seem to realize something. You... Fuck that. I didn't mean to hit you.
You're good. I get it.
You seem to think I'm interested in the end. I'm not interested in the end. I mean, yes, it's an interesting place, but my interest lies within the portals themselves. They've always been fascinating to me, the portals, and I want to know how they work. I mean, I doubt I could stay in the end much longer without getting severely injured, because from what the Voidwalkers have said, it is very much cold.
It is.
Yeah.
Just like how the end... Fucking hell. Just like how the Nether is very... Shut up. I'm saying that again. Okay. Just like how the Nether would be way too hot for someone like you.
Maybe it would. Although, to be fair, lava never seems as hot as the overworlders describe it as to me. That might be a me thing, that might be an all Ender people thing.
Maybe, but to be fair, the overworld lava, from what I've seen, is, I guess, colder than the Nether lava.
That's possible. I wouldn't know.
I could show you.
I think I'd rather not, but I appreciate the offer.
Fair enough. To each their own. I still don't understand about the strongholds. It just confuses me.
Confuses us too, I guess. Because it confuses us too, I guess, because that they weren't how we thought they were going to be like.
Yeah. How... Mind my curiosity, but how exactly did you think they would be like?
I thought that they were just something that protected the portals, like, and they were maze-like, so that overworlders can't find them as easily, and that was it. But what we found was prisons and bodies and torture, bombs, books crying for help.
was about to say, why would they need help? At the same time, I think I understand that.
Of course they need help. They're being tortured.
Fair enough, but Voidwalkers can teleport. Why didn't they just leave?
It was surrounded by water.
You can only tell so far.
I guess, I mean, there's water everywhere here, which
No, it
I
was
don't know.
No,
at
it
the
was
bottom
under an ocean.
of an ocean.
We're not designed to get out of there.
The
The only
only-
way in, out, is through pain. So imagine now, you've been taken there, you're already injured, and say, even if they were offered a way out, they wouldn't physically be able to take it without death.
If you want to get out of somewhere bad enough.
Hmm?
If you want to get out of somewhere bad enough, you'd be surprised at what a person's body could do when pushed to the absolute limits.
They were pushed
Maybe.
to the absolute
It's
limits.
possible. It is possible that some of them made it out onto that tiny island that floats above it. I have a good feeling, however, many were stripped of their wings, which still leaves them stranded in the middle of an ocean.
Right, you have wings. I don't know why I forgot that. You're wearing some right now. The Woodwalkers I've spoken to had wings as well, but just slipped my mind. Why are you so adamant about trying to teach me things? Not in the traditional sense, but you're dissecting my person and trying to tell me everything I already know, despite me knowing it. Why?
Sometimes people need to be told things. I don't know. It just... Sometimes it's Sometimes it's different when you know somebody else knows something about you. I could
What
have
would
not
I
said all
know?
of these things and you wouldn't know that, or you might not guess that I would realize these things about you. So if anything, I'm doing you a kindness and not leaving you in the dark. Telling you,
Living in the dark.
No.
I already knew most of the things you've mentioned.
but now you know that I know them too. So therefore you
That's not
can't
exactly
cut
a
off
fun
our...
thought. It's not
Mm,
exactly a fun thought that you know all these things. It's, if anything, quite weird.
Hmm?
It's quite weird that you are adamant about dissecting me like I'm some sort of object.
Call it habit.
Who else have you done this to? Your student? Other people?
No.
Have you done this to Icarus?
Yes, actually I have.
Pray tell, what about Icarus have you noticed?
They were lonely. They lived by themselves
Sheltered.
their whole life until they were taken in. You can see the look of fear in their eyes whenever someone closes a door. Whenever someone turns around, you can tell when they shrink away, even just the slightest, from people walking out on them. Even though they know they have comfort and love in their life now. It's still there. In everyone.
You think I'm not aware of that? Every time I leave, even if just for a few days, whenever I get back, Icarus is immediately, don't leave, stay. If anything, it's kind of annoying sometimes.
Maybe.
I don't like being
Maybe it's
tethered
just the
down
way
in
that
the
they have
wall.
to think. Maybe it's the way they have to think to keep themselves happy.
it keeps them happy, then it's quite annoying for me because I don't like being tethered down in one spot. I like being able to go wherever I please. And sometimes that means away from others. Like
Don't
you.
like trapped,
Not trapped, more like confined.
tied down, obedient.
Not obedience.
Of course you're not. You'd never be. Never.
Why are you still here? You're just tormenting me at this point. It's not fun.
I don't know. To be honest. I don't know if I'm enjoying myself. I think I am. I haven't decided yet. More of just, as you said, everyone has their limits. Testing yours. Because I still
My
haven't
limit
decided if I see you. I still haven't decided if I see you as a threat or not.
My limit varies depending on who I speak to, and quite frankly, with you, I think it's quite small at the moment.
It's always also interesting to see what happens when people reach their limit.
It's not very
I'm not
obvious.
scared of you.
I'm not scared of you either.
Really.
No, I'm not. I'm not scared. I grew up in a very not peaceful place. I'm not very much scared of anything at this point.
What about yourself?
What exactly do you mean by that? Why would I be scared of myself?
Well, you said it earlier, you've killed people.
And
You've killed
most of
people and
the
you seem to regret it. Scared of your ability to be a fighter, of a warrior.
I'm not a warrior, and I'm not a fighter. Not something I enjoy.
It's because you're scared of yourself.
I'm not scared of myself.
Sure. I believe you, definitely.
Don't like your sarcasm.
You act like I can. What makes you regret killing?
What makes you think I regret it?
I don't know. You look down, you walk away, you sigh. You flinch ever so slightly back every time I mention it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? You don't?
I don't.
You want to deny it again?
I'm not a killer. Well,
There's a
fuck.
difference There's a difference between killing someone and being a killer.
I
Taking
didn't want
someone's
to have
life.
to kill people. I didn't want to have to end their life. I didn't want to hurt them.
Then that doesn't make you a killer.
Then what does it make me?
Depends on the context. You're not the only one here who's taken someone's life. You do know that, right? I'm sure you could have guessed that by now.
It's not exactly a surprise that you've murdered someone, but
It's not murder.
Then what is
Murder is out of malice. Murder is with intent. Protecting yourself and the people you care about from those who would choose to kill you and take from you. Like you said earlier,
I might
You'd be
have been a
surprised.
murderer. Someone definitely hide some things, and if anything, that would make me a murderer.
If someone is trying to kill me, and I kill them first, out of protection for myself and my friends and my family, I wouldn't call myself a murderer.
You have the mentality of one, I can tell. I don't know if it's just me, but you're very not nice. There are other words I could use, but I'm attempting to be somewhat polite.
Fair enough. And I see where that conclusion is drawn from.
Fair enough. But at the same time, I don't exactly know what to make of it.
I didn't ask you to know what to make of me.
Fuck did you go? You are.
The overworld is such a strange place.
I guess that's something else we can agree on.
Few things here or there, huh?
Very few.
Why the fuck do my wings never work when I'm trying to leave in this area?
I don't know when it's hilarious.
I'm sorry about that.
It's not your fault.
They're
I know
just
that much.
they're tense after just finding the strongholds. It was jarring for one. It wasn't pretty.
Your mentor, Embers, they told me, but what was it like for you? I want to hear it from your perspective.
What, the stronghold?
I want to, just your journey. What exactly did you find? And I want to hear it from your story, and just tell me everything.
We
sugarcoat it.
flew out, and we were flying above a really big ocean, and we found an island that looked really similar to what an end island looks like, but a lot smaller, and it had chorus fruit on it, which made me happy because I've missed chorus fruit, but we realized that's where the stronghold was, and so we had to fly down. We had to fly really high up and then go down through the water into a hole underneath the island as fast as we could, because water, and you know that shit hurts.
I guess.
And when we got there, it was completely destroyed. There was so many tunnels of it that were caved in. We found books written in Ender by End citizens and Voidwalkers about asking for protection from our protector, asking for help, saying that they were that they were being hurt, that they were being tortured. There was one cell.
This is slightly off topic, but I kind of wish I learned to read Ender at some point.
They were forcing this one End boy to teach them Ender, like the written and spoken language. They were unsuccessful as far as we know. They put him underwater and held him there to torture him, to try and get him to teach them our language. He was apparently calling out for his brother. But I don't know.
Sometimes I'm glad I didn't have siblings.
the Nether. Here, walk with me. The
Mhm.
Nether isn't a nice place. And if people can take and use things that have leverage over you, they will. So sometimes I'm glad I didn't have a sibling, because that means I couldn't be taken advantage of, and they couldn't have held something over my head. Because if I had a sibling, I would have cared about them. Which is, I think at this point, I don't necessarily like caring about people.
Yeah. But that's lonely. I don't think I would have survived if I didn't have my brother. He was everything to me. He taught me everything that I know. He would bring me books from the overworld and taught me how to read Common. That's why I know how to read and write in Common. He taught me how to make potions. He taught me so much. And
That's fair, I guess. I don't really know what I would have done, but
yeah.
sometimes I wish I could just go back to the Nether and pretend that none of this ever happened.
Why don't you?
Like I said, I guess I told you my beliefs about.
Yeah.
I care about Icarus despite not wanting to,
Yeah.
and because of that, I guess I don't want to leave it alone,
Yeah.
because I know what it's like to be alone, and I don't want it to feel that.
Yeah, I get that. After my brother died, Embers kind of helped me through that. They kind of stepped into the role of like my brotherly figure, and so I don't know, they just care about me. And after the stronghold and all of that, I think they're a little more cautious. I think they overreacted today, because it wasn't like...
I understand their overreaction, to be fair. If I was if I was here and someone started asking me about all the ruined portals and wanted to know more about where I came from after finding out that my people were tortured, I think I would have reacted the same way.
Yeah.
But you're not alone here. There are people, Icarus,
I know.
probably others who I haven't spoken to that much of, but they care about you.
Yeah.
And that's... I wasn't entirely honest with you when we first met.
Oh?
It's about the portals.
What about the portal?
You might have realized from the pleasant discussion I had with Embers, but I don't like that it's there.
Yeah.
And I want it gone. I don't want it here. I don't care about the others because they're where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
That portal is gone, and if I could destroy it, I would in a heartbeat, and have no regrets about it.
But isn't the portal being there instead of the stronghold a good thing? I mean, if it was in the stronghold, we would have came into...
It is a good thing, but it's not a good thing that it's here. If it was not... That's directly under the town is the reason I want it gone. Had it been somewhere under one of these many mountains, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Because having the portal there can endanger so many of these people.
Yeah, I get that, I guess. Please, if you find a way to destroy it, please don't.
Can't
It's our only way home.
I can't make any promises, and I'm sorry.
Okay,
I think you should go home now.
alrighty.
But if you ever want to talk to me, my house is the one with the amethyst roof closest to the castle.
Okay,
I'm free to talk if you ever want.
okay. Thank you.
Have a nice night, alright?
Have a good night. Ooh. Embers? Embers? Embers, where are you? Hey. Embers?
Sorry,
Mate.
mother came in.
Okay, no worries. Embers, what
Okay.
was that? What was that? Why were you so aggressive?
I don't have to trust people.
I know, but that was a little harsh, don't you think? And you were talking about a friend earlier in the stronghold. What was that about?
I'm tired of trusting people.
I know.
I'm tired of caring about people.
Not everybody's gonna do whatever happened in that stronghold. And we're okay. We're here, we made it out, we're okay. And we're gonna find a way to open our portal and go home. It's gonna be okay.
What about the people who never got to go home?
I know, but...
Not everyone made it out of there.
But it was no one we knew, and
That's a lie.
what?
That's a big old lie.
What are you talking about? We didn't find... We just found, what, one skull, and none of the books had names on them, so we... How would you know who was in the strongholds? Embers? Ember, where are you?
Tree. With the bees by it.
What are you... What's that?
Why don't you take a look in there to see if there's anything you recognize?
No. What? Where did you get this?
In the rubble.
This is... I made this for my mother. How did you find it? Where did you get this?
In the rubble of the stronghold.
What? No. My...
Pleas of Dead. You said that's what this book is called, right?
Yeah?
Gods, I hope he's okay. I don't think I'm making it out of here. I have to try. I have to try for him. They want me to teach them our language. I will not put my friends at risk like that. They've done enough already. Protector, please keep him safe. I love you, Azure. Hopefully you never find this. Your big brother.
No. No. My brother died in the end. He was killed by the dragon. He wasn't in one of those strongholds.
You think it's you want to tell me that it's not possible to be hit by a dragon into a portal?
That means the notes on the end child was my.
Mm-hmm.
No. Why didn't you tell me? Why are you telling me this?
The last words he ever wrote were, "Hopefully you never find this." What was I supposed to do? He
No,
was your brother. He was also my friend.
no, he died in the end.
He didn't.
The Voidwalkers told me that he was killed by the dragon.
Well, then they lied.
Why? No.
I don't know. They might have just wanted to avoid talking about the strongholds.
No.
Leave you with the happy stories that your brother told you. I don't know. I'm not them. I don't know either, okay?
No. I made this for him. I told him I made this for him when he started going to the overworld, and I didn't want him to get hurt, and so I made it for him so he would remember to come home. I was like 4 or 5 maybe when I made this for him.
Well, you certainly followed in his footsteps.
What?
Well, maybe you... No, not his footsteps. You certainly followed in his flight path. In the way of the dragon.
No. No, he can't. He was supposed to be. He was tortured. He was tortured to death. No. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay, maybe not that flower. Here. I'm so sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen. I'm so sorry. That's where we're gonna end the lore. Ah! I'm crying, it's fine. Oh my god.
Major Steve. Dear Steve.
What?
Not talking.
What? What happened?
No, I'm not. Apparently, I'm not talking. I thought I
Yeah.
was talking.
No.
You're
no.
also Steve for me. It's probably because I threw myself a spectator.
We love it. Also, I don't know, I can't remember if that's how you spell Requiem. I will probably change it later. I cannot spell. But
In the middle of lore, Sal woke up and we think we fixed it. I just would have to restart the server.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I was debating interrupting it, but I was like, no, we'll just go through the rest of this.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw it too, and then I was like,
I'm oh my god, I'm like crying. That was so good! That was so good though!
I laughed because
Aether,
I was looking at chat and I was
Okay,
laughing.
sorry, I have a
how
bone to pick with
dare
you. Apollo, what? You kept making me almost break character.
I'm sorry, you don't look at your chat when I'm in your chat. No,
I think we made
Just like,
someone
I
cry
can't-
again.
I can't look at the chat when Mage is in my chat. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
every
Mhm.
time you either join a call or like anything, I break character. It's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'd never make anyone break character ever in their life.
But Aether,
Yeah.
how dare
Anyway.
you? How dare you? You made me cry.
Ow. No, but my intention was like, yes, trust, but like I don't
Mhm.
want to have to fucking do this.
Yeah. Anyway, that was lore. You got the name reveal of Azure's brother. I've been waiting for that because I have like 10 bajillion TikToks about it. Because pain.
Can confirm. I can
Okay,
confirm
yeah,
they have been
I
very much
told you
waiting.
you would fucking. I told you to be ready. Oh, I almost trampled me.
Also, to Articane, who has been making the art, this is why it's so ironic to us that Aether is just like, on top of Ember's head, just chilling and
They
vibing,
cut
and they're all
the-
happy, and then
they-
we're just like,
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
We don't like each other.
No.
I know. Also, take your goddamn empty
so
book
much-
back, bitch.
There's
Oh,
been
yeah.
so much art
Okay.
that they have done that I'm just sitting there staring at like this is not canon at all actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, but
Yes.
it's still
Also,
really good art.
I'm going to
It
put in the fan Discord the art that I made for the Dragon Notes. I worked on it today for like 2 hours, and then my
I
tech
know, I
issues.
saw it and I
My
loved
tech
it. It was-
issues were just like, nope, we're actually not gonna work. Because I tried to get it to like so I could put it on my screen, and then my Streamlabs was just like, no, actually,
Also-
you're not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
no.
And
Should
then
we all
server-
restart the server now, by the way? Should we all just kind of like get that
Yeah.
over with?
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna go say
you
goodbye
can-
to my chat.
I
I'm
need to.
Hold on. Could
Yeah.
you like maybe stay so that you can actually show Aether's skin off because it's only been like once.
Sure, yeah, of
Twice,
course.
actually.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
It's restarting.
I also would like to show the skin because I made a skin specifically for this stream,
Yes.
and it didn't work.
Oh god.
if you're still here, I had so many fucking tech issues. I had to get Minecraft online on my goddamn Switch to be able to play in this.
Yeah,
Because
we
reason.
were having struggles.
We were having
We
so
were
many
having struggles for like
struggles.
2 hours before this even started.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is just the day we were having. This
Actually,
like really
funny
was just
enough-
today.
I got on the server at like 7. It is currently 11:45. These tech issues have been going on for almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's fucking 12:45. I should be asleep. And
I
I have
Fair.
school tomorrow.
okay.
Oh no, it's a day.
I'm
How
gonna
long-
go
wait, guys.
to sleep after this.
Yeah, no, don't leave you two.
Okay, the server's on.
Alright.
Server's on again.
Server's on.
I coming
So
on.
either I want to like strangle you with love and like in a video game, but like how dare like wait
Ugh.
you guys bringing Icarus into this so much? I started
I-
crying at some of the things
Did you
said.
Apollo? Did you like me psychoanalyzing Icarus?
You're so right. Articane in the chat was just like, Mans is the sweetest, Mans is the best
Yo,
boy. He literally
yo.
gets scared and gets coaxed out by food and talks some love.
Yes.
Ew, Bestie, you're still here. Bestie.
Oh, there you are. No. No.
We're working
It
on
didn't
Hang
work.
on. It didn't work.
No.
Well, then I have to talk to Sal about that because Sal removed the thing that was causing the issues.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Wackafonkus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go away.
Wait,
Time to go yell at Sal.
Oh my god.
wait. Can you pull up a picture of my skin?
Also, love
Yes,
how
it's-
fucking delayed that was. I am in your stream right now, and you are just now switching over to Minecraft for me. I love stream delay on mobile.
Yeah, it's really great.
Who the fuck are you?
Where is your
It's
skin?
Lee.
Hi, Lee.
should
You
be
should be
in-
asleep, shouldn't you? Go
Here,
to
I can
bed.
just DM you so that.
Oh wait,
you
is
don't
it the
accidentally-
latest one?
Obviously.
Is it the latest
It
one?
should
Hi.
Okay. Let me attempt.
double check
It didn't
that.
work. It didn't work earlier, but we're gonna try.
All you should have to do is like go to like the edit part, hit image, and put a new image. Like edit the green thing, whatever thing you're on.
Blur
Source
was really
video.
good.
Add
Y'all did
source.
a good job.
New.
I
Add
like
source.
making people cry.
Browse.
I also can't. I
All
want a villain arc.
files.
I'm
This
not
one.
currently getting a villain arc, but there
Open.
might be one that happens at some point or other. because-
Yeah. It's not working. I add it and then it disappears. So, sorry. We're just having all the tech issues today.
Can we just appreciate for a second how big the course fruit has gotten?
Oh yeah, it has. It definitely has. I love it. It's like perfect for us.
Arlo, what the fuck? Why is your inventory so fucking full?
I keep having to
photo.
grab more shulker boxes because people keep just giving me things and I'm just like, I don't have space.
Bestie, you have a single stick in your inventory. Why the f do you need that?
Yeah, someone keeps giving me a stick. I don't know who it is, but I keep getting a stick in my inventory.
I don't like being
'Cause, like,
bonked.
all of this I
You
need.
know this.
Because I didn't want to wear my armor for today's lore because,
There's ender chests for a reason, and there's shulker boxes for a reason,
Okay,
and
I
there's
can't-
chests
I
for a
can't
reason,
open my
and
ender
there's
chest.
cleaning out your inventory for a reason.
You don't want to look. Oh, I died. You don't want to look at my Chromebook and my computer tabs because I have about a bajillion of those tabs open.
I mean, so do I. But
It's fine.
I have a cool amount, but I have different See,
I can't keep more than 6 tabs open without having like a mental breakdown.
I
Yeah,
have to
no,
have.
same, that's why I just have multiple
Hydrate, bitch.
windows open. Yeah, no, hydrate.
What did you say, Mage?
Hydrate, bitch.
What?
too.
Oh,
Hydrate.
thank you. Oh, thank you.
Hey Arlo, look at your chat again in a second.
I hate that you called me out for sitting gay in stream. I like almost broke for that.
I did. I was like, oh my god, sitting gay.
Yeah.
hydrate,
also, like,
bitch.
Arlo,
Oh my
Arlo
god,
was
whoa! How many was that?
Arlo was sitting the weirdest way
One.
ever
Oh yeah,
during
I was sitting
stream,
like
and I just
I was
posture checked.
just sitting like this. And then I was also sitting like this. And then like this. And then I think at one point I was sitting like this. Cause I cannot
You were,
fucking
like-
sit still.
You were like perched on your fucking chair, hunched
Uh-huh.
over.
In there.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
not a bird.
How many hydrates was that?
One,
hold on, let me
two,
count, let me
4,
count.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Why so many? Chug your entire water bottle. Do it.
1,
Chug.
2, 3, 4, 6. 7.
We should definitely let him end stream after this.
8.
What if we just submit you more hydrates, though?
It'd be kind of funny.
9.
I might have spent all of my channel points though.
I'm still
2 more, by the way. 2 more. 2 more.
Two more.
Mage, how many channel points do you have? I've had
11.
2.8 already.
I currently only have 20. I had about 900 because I've been in lore with Arlo more than I've been able to be in streams with Arlo.
12.
I barely had any. Okay, now you have another one because I sent another one.
This is what I get. for having
13.
I have too many
14,
devices.
come on, one more. I only had
14.
104 channel points.
What number? I need one more. 14.
Okay. Do you know what my setup is whenever we do lore? I'm playing on my Xbox.
That was a
I'm
lot.
I am in Discord on my tablet and my phone has stream open.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am also now playing on my Switch instead of my Xbox because parents
I also
are
just realized I'm still wearing my knee brace. Ah.
I do
Yeah.
have
Vibin'.
though, because my
Yeah.
mom
Okay.
definitely like 20 minutes ago, like in middle of lore when you were trying to find me in our definitely was just in my room like you need to go to bed. It is 11:30. You do have school.
Yeah. I need to go to bed. I'm really tired. I have
3 a.m. the past like 5 days for you guys.
Yeah.
I have a lot to do tomorrow, so I need to go to
Thank you
sleep.
for helping me make Arlo drink water. Now, all 3 of you go to
Anytime.
bed. I'm going to go write
No.
my
Yes.
thing for the coronation.
Also,
I'm
if anything, he's telling me to go to bed because it's latest for me, but I'm not going to bed because I'm gonna stay up for like another hour anyway because I'm an idiot.
gonna go
Bye.
pass the fuck
Bye,
out because I'm
chat.
tired. I'm gonna go say goodbye to my chat now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, chat.
Ah, okay. There you go. That was the Lord. My heart hurts. Be prepared. My TikTok, I finally can like post 90% of my TikTok drafts because like a lot of them, oops, no server. Oh, I forgot I was still on the server. It's fine. Anyway, because a lot of them were about the dead brother, and a lot of them had the dead brother name, and then like also the fact that the dead brother didn't actually die in the end and actually was tortured to death, but it's fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think the server needs a break. We all need a break. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. I'm really tired. We had a lot of tech issues today, and that really was just very much the vibe of how my entire day went. It's great. The server is like always on. It really is. We need to like give it a break. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. We did reach our last follower goal, which was the Marin cosplay. That didn't happen tonight. A lot of shit happened tonight, and I did not get it done in time. So that's either going to happen Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know which one. And then our next cosplay is Character Ember's cosplay, and once we get to 110 followers, I will do a Character Ember's cosplay. And then once we get to 5 subs, Chad can choose my hair color. Because why not? Oh my god, someone chat, go to bed. I love you. What about Icarus? I'm not done with the Icarus cosplay. I'm still getting it ready. There's one thing that I'm still working on that I'm not going to tell you about because I want it to be a surprise. But I am going to be doing Icarus soon. I promise. It's just, I was going to do Icarus next, but it isn't quite ready yet. So, yeah. But I will be doing an Icarus cosplay soon. But yes, Character Embers, once we hit 110, I want to know, no, it's going to be a surprise. I'm still working on it. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm tired. Let's raid people. Who are we raiding? Oh, nobody's actually live. I lied. We're not gonna be raiding anybody. I want to know that this is homophobic. I'm sorry. I love you, but what? I got a message and then it disappeared and I don't know what it was. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. There's no one live, so I can't read into anybody. So we're just gonna have you disperse, and I will talk to you guys later. We might be doing lore soon. I don't know. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to fuck to bed. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.